this shit. You gotta love this shit, cause this shit really makes you work on yourself. And what you think about, right, is the most important thing, regardless of anything else that's going on. Where attention goes, energy flows. So you got to understand that works in every sense. So when you look at something, energy is flowing to that point. When you think about something, when you look at something inside of your head, so to say, energy flows to that point. Expectations, see, what we all need to learn is that what we expect, right, is most likely to happen. So what are you expecting? That's why, like, the words optimistic and pessimistic, like, you should want to be an optimist, you feel me? You should just want to be an optimist and not off of the strength, you feel me, of being naive, like, oh, you feel me, nothing's ever gonna go wrong. It's not about that. It's about you trying to do everything in your power to make sure that goes right. So one major factor, like 1/3 of the problem is you just believing it's going to go right. You knowing that it's going to go right. You thinking about it going right. So when you sit there and you expect bad things, that's really why a lot of bad shit's happening in your life. Don't get it twisted. You feel me? You can't control somebody else's consciousness to the point, like, you can't control what somebody else does. Like, if somebody is hungry and they want to go rob somebody, you can't control who they gonna go rob, but you can control yourself. You can control your own consciousness and have your doors locked. So it's like we all affect each other in a way. You kept that person from eating, but also you kept yourself safe. To masculine and feminine energy, though, where attention goes, energy flows, and what you expect is most likely to happen. We all got masculine and feminine energy inside of us, okay? It just one is more dominant than the other. That's why you took the form of a man and then you came out. Or you took the form of a female and then you came out. One is more than the other, but we have both inside of us. So feminine energy is like art and like being able to draw, write, and just stuff like that. Being artistic, that's feminine. Like physical, like me having muscles and lifting shit and sweating and getting a cut and healing and shit, that's masculine. But being able to sing and read, and not just read, but being able to, you feel me, like write poetry, and you got to understand that you need both of those to live. So that's why you need a balance. I've always had that balance. Since I was young, I've had that balance, and I didn't understand it. When we confuse each other, we say these words that we don't really understand. I mean, like, a word is just something that we all agreed upon. We can make a new word. For me, make birth. You feel me? Birth. I mean, you already knew that meant cold, but you feel what I'm saying? Like, we make words. That's not a real bird. Isn't a real word, but you know what it means because we all agreed upon that. When you call somebody a dyke or a faggot, or you call somebody that, it's just a word. It's just a word, and people just, you feel me? People just agreed upon it meaning something. Feel me? You might call somebody that in a different in a different language. They only, all they know is Spanish, and you call them that in English. They looking at you. You feel me? They might smile and be like, "Oh, you trying to say hi?" A lot of things we do to ourselves. Like, you be making yourself feel a type of way, and like, remember, expectations. Like, what are you expecting when you walk down the street? Like, are you expecting somebody to hand you $100, or are you expecting to get shot? And you may not be expecting that exact thing, but you might be expecting something along the lines of that. So, you feel me? Like, no matter where you are, you have to remember that everything outside of you is unimportant. You can change shit outside of you. The mental world affects the physical world 10 times more than the physical affects mental. I feel as though the subconsciousness has been here already, and then we just come here and contribute to it, and then we leave. That's why cars is here. Even though they wasn't here, you feel me, maybe 500 years ago, they wasn't here, but they're here now. We come here and contribute, and then we dip off, and they probably go somewhere else. There's no telling, you feel me, because energy, energy never is destroyed, it's just rebuilt. So it's like, there's no telling what we become next after this world. People just need to give each other a break, like little shit, like you might fuck up. Like, people fuck up and shit. Like, all right, say somebody who's like extra feminine, like it's a dude who's extra feminine, he walked by, you feel me? And you're a real masculine, you feel me? Like, you're a real masculine person and you're attracted to feminine energy. You feel me? People, unless you have this knowledge that I'm trying to give you, that when a man is just infused with feminine energy and he don't produce no masculine energy, you feel me? He's infused with feminine energy and you are infused with masculine energy and you like feminine, you feel me? Without you feel me? But you gotta have your consciousness set up to the point where, you feel me, I don't want that. You gotta be able to set up, like, I like pussy, I like women. You have to tell yourself these things. You gotta set this shit up, because you think that you already know, but nah. You need a reminder. Trust me. You always need a reminder of everything. You gotta check shit all the time and make sure that it's right, because you can't just be like, oh, it's okay. The reason why somebody can be gay or somebody can be a dyke, a lesbian, whatever, and then switch and then go back is because you were never that in the first place. You were never that. It was never, you feel me? You were charged with masculine energy. You feel me? It might be a female that's just charged with masculine energy. She might have been brought up around a bunch of boys, so she acts like a boy. Or it could be a man who was raised by nothing but females. His dad was in jail, so he acts like a girl. But then when other people come by and tell them what they are, they believe it. No, it's not. That was never fact. You feel me? I'm here to help. Like, I'm here to let you know the reason why you accidentally did that or some shit. You feel me? You got weak muscles in your wrist. You feel me? Like it little shit like that. But people will judge you off of little shit like that, which I notice, and I'm here to help. Like that. Like, that just means you just need to do this a little more. Get your muscles strengthened. Or you feel me? You know, it's never just one thing. It's that plus you might have been raised. You might be around females. You feel me? Like, some people are just very strong. Like, some people's energy just fucking oozing off of them. You get around them and you start acting like them, and it's like nothing that you can do about it, because it's just some people's willpower and consciousness is just that powerful. We're all sponges. You feel me? I do it too. Like, if I like something, I'ma copy that shit. I'm sorry. If I like it, I'ma copy. If you say some dope shit, I feel as though everybody in the planet should be using it. Like straight. I say straight. I say straight because I understand that everything is happening at the same time and everything is connected at the same time. So when me saying straight, that's me declaring I'm straight. That's me walking a straight path. That's me saying everything. So you gotta choose your words very wisely. You feel me? Because if I say the word crooked, what do you think about? You feel me? What are the things that are aligned with the word crooked? You feel me? It's automatically negative. You might think about a cop. You think about all type of other shit. You feel me? So wisely, I like saying the word straight. I'm starting to stop using curse words, because just the essence of the word is curse. You're cursing. We spell words out. So feel me? Like Harry Potter, every word you say is a spell. So feel me? If you see somebody winning, listen to what they saying, because more than likely they're the words that they tell themselves, or just the words that they tell other people, the words that they are being told. You feel me? Whatever is being fed into them is amazing, and it's healing them. It's making them glow. You should want a piece of that. You feel me? You should want a piece of that. I'm trying to give you a piece.